Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be diving into the Kundali of one of the most talked about political figures in the world, Sri Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of India. We'll be talking about why Narendra Modi became Narendra Modi. Right? I know there are so many astrologers who have already analyzed his Kundali all over the internet, but I thought I would share some of my perspectives and some of my insights and maybe something that others might have overlooked. So let's dive into the Kundali of Narendra Modi. But before getting started, what I want to say is, since I am a practitioner of law of attraction, power of thought, and I have been practicing meditation for around 15, 16 years now, and there is nothing more powerful than our own mind. If we set our mind onto something, if we want to achieve something, then we can achieve anything in the world, despite all the obstacles thrown onto us by the universe or maybe even planets or kundalis. So we can overcome our kundalis no matter what they tell us. So that's what I believe. And the reason I'm telling you this is because Narendra Modi was himself a sadhak. Right? His mind is so powerful that I think he achieved everything that he ever wanted. Maybe for good or maybe for bad, that's up to you to decide, but he did achieve the unthinkable, right, in India. So that's what I want to say, and now let's dive into the Kundali of Narendra Modi, how his Kundali supported him in becoming one of the most powerful prime ministers in the world. Now, if we look at his Kundali, he is a Scorpio ascendant, and Mars and Moon are placed in Lagna, right? So here Mars is creating a powerful Panchamahapurush yoga called Ruchak Yoga. So whenever a Mars comes into ascendant, first of all, Mars is what? Mars is energy, Mars is courage, Mars is passion, Mars is drive, right? So they achieve anything they once they put their mind onto something. So that's how goal driven they are. Now, at the same time, Mars is also more powerful than usual here because it's creating a Panchamahapurush yoga. It's more strong, right? Now, again, here Mars and Moon are creating a combination called a yoga called Mahalakshmi Yoga as well. So Mahalakshmi Yoga means, as the name suggests, it is blessing us. This combination is blessing the person with all kind of wealth and luxury as well. So it's a powerful yoga called Mahalakshmi Yoga. And again, if we look at the moon, moon is debilitated here, but moon is creating a Nis Bhanga Raj Yoga, which means if a planet is debilitated and the lord of the debilitated sign is also placed in the same house as the debilitated planet, then it cancels out the debilitation of the planet, the nista of the planet, right? So it is creating Nis Bhanga Raj Yoga. It is cancelling the debilitation. Now moon becomes more powerful than it would have been in an exalted sign. Now, which means moon is the karaka of emotion. Moon is the karak significator of comfort. Moon is significator of mother as well. So now this placement, this yoga is also creating Narendra Modi, a emotionally strong person. Now, normally these kind of people do not get affected by outside forces. They are not weak emotionally, rather they are really strong. So they can take decisions, rationally. They have full control of their emotions or their subconscious mind. So they don't have to, they are not driven by their emotions. So that's how this moon works. So moon is, because moon is significator of emotions, right? Now Mars is also the lord of sixth house here, right? Sixth house is of enemies, competition. Now Mars is placed in Lagna, creating Ruchak Yoga in its own sign, right? So that is why he was able to defeat all his enemies, overcome all the obstacles. Sixth house is also about obstacles. So he was able to overcome all kind of obstacles in his life, and he could do it because of the support from Mars, according to Vedic astrology. So Moon and Jupiter are also creating another powerful yogi called Gajakesari Raj Yoga in his Kundali. So when Moon and Jupiter are in quadrants from each other, they create a Gajakesari Rajyog, which is Gaja means elephant and Kesari means lions. The way elephant and lion chase away all the enemies in the jungle, and nobody can defeat them in a jungle or a forest. Similarly, a person having this Gajakesari Rajyog, all the other ill effects of the planets are cancelled out. So this is in theory. So this is another most powerful, one of the most powerful yoga in Kundali. So this is also supporting him to become one of the most powerful leaders in the world. Now let's go to the fourth house. In fourth house, there is Jupiter placed in Aquarius in the house of Saturn. Now normally what Jupiter does is it expands the house that it is placed in, right, or on the house that it's aspecting. Now, for example, if it's placed in the house of wealth, then it expands the wealth of that person. If it's placed in the house of enemy, then it expands the enemy of that person. Now, in Narendra Modi's Kundali, it's placed in the house of comfort. Now, it was supposed to expand the comfort of his life, at least in early years and throughout his life. But there's a condition. जीव क्षेत्रीय यदा शनि शनि क्षेत्रीय यदा जीव स्थान हानि करो जीव स्थान वृद्धि करो शनि. So which means when Jupiter is placed in the house of Saturn, it destroys the house. And when Saturn is placed in Jupiter's house, it expands the house. And maybe that is why Jupiter destroyed all the comfort in his life. Maybe that is why he had to leave the house for a spiritual quest early in his life. Maybe that is why he was devoid of a happy married life, or a comfort of having a mother's love, right? So maybe that's why he was the way he was. Although Jupiter gave all the comfort in his life later on, but not without struggles, not without any conditions, right? Now let's go to the 10th house. In 10th house, Saturn is placed in Leo in the house of Sun. Now Sun and Saturn are natural enemies. Now what is Saturn? Saturn is discipline, Saturn is patience, Saturn is karma, Saturn is hard work, right? And Sun is authority, Sun is confidence, Sun is name and fame. It wants to show the world who he is, right? He wants to be famous, Sun wants to be famous. So now here Saturn is suffocated in the house of Sun. So Saturn has to do its duty reluctantly. Also he has to bear the consequences that he does not want. He has to accept the other part of that, his career, that he does not want to accept, like becoming famous and going out and talking to the people and showing that who he is, showing his authority. So that Saturn does not want. So Saturn and Sun are here creating some kind of conflict because Saturn is in the house of Sun, right? So these kind of people become kind of rebel, kind of unorthodox while doing work, right? In the 11th house, Sun and Mercury are creating another powerful yoga called Buddha Aditya Raj Yoga. So Sun is authority and Mercury is intellect, right? It's a ruler of intelligence, communication. And while Sun is authority, name, fame, leadership and all, and even government. So Buddha Aditya Raj Yoga is really powerful in 11th house. So it is helping him create a powerful network of people. Now he's drawn towards powerful people, and powerful people are drawn towards him because it's in the house of income and network and friends, right? So these people have really powerful friends. And maybe because of all these powerful yogs like Gajakesari Raj Yoga, Buddha Aditya Raj Yoga, Mahalakshmi Yoga, Nees Bhanga Raj Yoga, Ruchak Yoga, he was able to become the Prime Minister of India according to Vedic astrology. And of course, his action and his sadhana as well. Now, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Now, whose Kundali should I analyze next? If you have anyone in mind, please let me know in the comments down below. See you in the next video. Thank you for watching.